Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your yearly reading for 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But even before I've started, I'm seeing some images in the water for you. One is a butterfly. I'm seeing a butterfly. So this can be symbolic of a year that'll bring major transformation for you in the most positive of senses. Okay, and I feel also a butterfly will be a symbolic image that perhaps you will see throughout the year just before you get really good news. They want me to go one more, so I will. So just I want you to be aware of that, okay? It's very positive transformation that's going on for you. You may have felt recently that you have been feeling things have been a bit intense and you may have felt a little bit drained in your energy, but you are trying to recharge your batteries to approach 2023. And I definitely see some increases or improvements in your year as you go ahead. Now also, as I've already mentioned in the monthly readings, January will bring a bit of a slow pace to the beginning of the year, but it does pick up when Mars goes direct on the 12th of January. Mars increases our passion, our energy, our power, amplifies personal inner power, and also Mercury goes direct on the 18th of January, which helps to deliver clarity, finding your purpose, finding your voice, and together they make a very powerful alignment to start the year on the right foot. So you may feel a little bit of an increase in libido or motivation, drive, round about the 12th and the 18th of January. Now, your first cards here, we've got Buddha, life purpose. Okay, so this is basically this is your overarching energy for the whole year. You'll be focusing on the things that make you feel like you're on your true prosperity path. This is about spiritual wealth as much as it is financial wealth, of course. You've got balance going on. You've got a nugget there, which indicates that there is going to be a positive shift when it comes to your finances, but it's more about your life purpose. Some of you may think about going into counseling jobs or careers, or you're going to be guided by a counselor or a mentor. Okay, this is about being on the right path this year, and it's also about bringing peace and stability into your world. So 2023 will bring a lot more stress management abilities, bring peace of mind, but also you're going to connect deeper to your faith or to source, whatever it is that you celebrate, okay? And even if you don't celebrate anything, it can be that you are coming to terms with that inner voice within yourself and connecting to your true north, shall we say. Now we've also got nugget, so this indicates prosperity or sudden moments of clarity and opportunity. It says here, small increase, valuable information, honest assessment, fresh start, steady work, career building. So if you are working in a career, then this is about you moving up the scale, moving up the ladder towards success, lots of opportunities, but also nuggets of information coming to you to help you, lots of downloads. If you're retired, I feel like this is about you finding a pace that really suits you, that nice transition from working environment into your retirement. You're not wasting your time, you're actually finding projects or travel that you enjoy connecting to, and also being a little bit more spiritual about your path. What's the meaning of life and what's the meaning of this next stage as you have more time on your hands to really figure out what life is all about for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. Now, we've also got skull. Now, the skull represents, you know, if you've been going through a bit of a rough patch, it's about transforming, allowing yourself to find change within those moments, to learn how to do things differently. So you may have a few plot twists in 2023 that help you move forward. Anything stagnant that has been, you know, not working for you, I feel you actually release that energy. It says here, if you've been going through a rough patch, or you needed to borrow money, or you were low on cash, then there are nuggets of opportunity in 2023 that will help you move out of those situations. And if you're looking for work, if you've lost your job, for example, before you came to this reading, there is opportunity that is lining 2023 for you, and you get to choose what you connect to. It will be very lucrative and will bring peace of mind. Now, we've also got hospice, healer, you know, no work and reinvention. So it can be some of you are thinking about taking a sabbatical to go traveling perhaps, or if you are retired, I do definitely see some travel in your chart. And reinvention, that's like revamping the things that you're connecting to. I also get this energy with healer that some of you may actually take a spiritual trip this year, or you may even connect to your own healing powers and become a healer, or use your skills, your abilities, your talents to help other people in some way. Even if you're connecting to some sort of charitable work, I feel like you're using your gifts to help other people this year. This year is you being very benevolent. Now, we've also got birds. It's all about community. When you get the birds card, this is about you being a little bit more sociable than usual. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful, I want to say this is a, let me just feel this, because I'm getting two birds here, okay? One is a hummingbird, of course, but I'm also getting starling, okay? You know, like murmurations, starlings. And so I feel like, you know, lots of hard work and being very productive, but I also feel like you're going to find yourself in good company. With the birds card, this is about community, friendships, people coming together to share ideas, lots of brainstorming. And if you are feeling a little bit lonely, or you're feeling that perhaps you have been a very solitary entity in 2022, I definitely see 2023 there being a lot more invitations to go out, or community events that really spark your brain synapses, or really connect to your inner world, and you connect to those and actually, you know, go to those events where you meet people that will become, you know, your life friends. That's what I'm picking up on there. And also we got flowers. Now, flowers, again, is about blossoming. It's about you realizing that you are a gift when it comes to the world at large, and anything or anybody that you connect to. So I feel like you are developing. This is a year of development for you that brings you closer to source, but also helps you transcend any difficulties that you've been having. Now, when you get, I mean, this is the equivalent of the bouquet. So again, I see this charitable work, lots of, I actually see you having, like, receiving a lot of opportunity or gifts that come your way. And I feel also that something that got cut short early, now this could be in 2022, it could have been in your past, something that got cut short early resurfaces in your life in 2023. Okay, now this could be it could be a career opportunity, it could be a creative skill or talent that you've got that you've not connected to for a while. It could be a friend, it could be a friendship. I just get this sense of something that got cut short too early resurfaces. I mean, it depends on if you want to go back to your ex. It could be that, but I really feel more that it's something so beneficial for you. I feel like it's in terms of your spiritual growth or your path, okay? Now, let's go to what's happening throughout the year. What I'm going to do is take it month by month. This is a deck of major arcanas only, and then I'm going to clarify each month with a specific card from a full deck just to see the details. Now, just to let you know about major planetary alignments this year, we have some important developments. Now, planets are shifting signs. 5 planets in particular are shifting signs. And when that happens, it tends to bring radical change. The major ones being Saturn, Pluto, And of course a bit of Uranus going on there as well. That's quite important, of course, too. But Saturn is a major one. It switches signs from Aquarius to Pisces on the 7th of March. Okay, and now just to give you an idea of Saturn, it moved into Aquarius in April 2020. Okay, and we all know what happened there. Saturn tends to stop, cancel, disrupt, or bring disorder to typical situations. It can bring separation. It's all about rules and regulations. So, you know, from April 2020, being in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is about humanity, it's about social interaction and independent thinking. It tends to affect areas like that. But the good news is Saturn moves into Pisces. I'm just going to go get that card. I'm just going to, just as I say Pisces, the Hangman comes out. I'm just going to go get that card. One moment, please. It just flew on the floor there. Okay, so being in the sign of Pisces, Pisces is all about your goals, your dreams, being sensitive, emotional, but also it is about your health, okay? So with this shift, you'll be focusing more on health this year, and it's important to keep your immune systems really strong with good food, exercise, rejuvenating sleep, sun if possible, or getting out into nature, maybe even disconnecting from like clickbait, news sources, things that make you feel low energy. That extends to friendships and, you know, job situations. I feel like you're really putting yourself first because it moves into that sign of Pisces. Now, we may even see some changes within the healthcare system, restructures, better regulations, things like that this year. It will be the start of some sort of, it's a catalyst for change, shall we say, during this year. And what's really important on a personal level is that it helps us eradicate bad habits. So if you've got a bad habit that you wanted to get rid of for quite some time, this 2023 is the year to do it, because we do have Saturn helping you be strict with yourself to cancel out any negative experiences or toxic cycles. Also, Pisces rules karma, so good karma coming your way, depending on, of course, how you've been living, good, bad, and ugly, whatever you've been living. You will experience karma this year. It will come right back at you. It will be delivered. Also, this year promotes better mental health. So managing stress levels, which is very, very important, of course, in general. But I feel you'll be connecting a little bit more to focusing on your inner world to reflect your outer world. Now, also, we do have Jupiter. It changes signs every year, so it does bring an impact, but not as strongly. We do have it right up until May. It is direct, which is so positive for us all, which means there's better luck, opportunity, expansion, and it brings better peace of mind, shall we say, as well. So although we do have Saturn switching signs, and we have Uranus going direct, which is, you know, that's a difficult one. Uranus is a bit of a rogue planet of rebellion, so shocks, surprises, changes, U-turns, that sort of thing. It sort of softens the blow, shall we say, because Jupiter will be direct right up until May. So better luck for everybody. And some of these shocks and surprises, whilst they may feel uncomfortable because Uranus goes direct, it will bring innovation, opportunity, good luck, very positive outcomes. So even though there's surprises that occur, they are good or benevolent surprises, okay? It has the... when the nodes change as well, because the nodes will be switching signs. They actually affect eclipses this year. So it has the potential to change major global events as well. So watch out for that. We may hear some big global events this year. I'll see if I get anything picking up there, but I do see restructures within the healthcare system and the economic system, but you don't need to be me to tell you that. You can see that yourself, my beautiful Librans. That's an obvious thing to say. But we do have Pluto. Now that moves directly into Aquarius this year, and this is a big one because when Pluto moves signs, it's a big deal. It happens every 10, 15, 20 years, depending on where the planets are aligned in the sky. And anything that's been hidden or anything that has been deeply embedded, whether that's anything that's been hidden or kept from humanity, or when anything that perhaps has been kept from you in your personal life, it all comes to light. Okay, Pluto reveals, it is an exposure in 2023 of all that has been hidden, and you may see things like government documents that perhaps have been kept from the collective for many years, and I'm talking like, if there's, I think it's like 30 or 50 years, some documents are meant to be kept, away from the public, they will come to light. But there may be also exposures or lots of leaks of information in 2023 because of that influence from Pluto. So watch out for that in the news. It might be quite interesting. We also have an influence on a personal level of anything that's been lingering or persistent in your world that has been negative, or that you've been experiencing that is a repetitive cycle that you feel like you cannot get out of. Pluto helps release that and find improvement. So it is a very positive influence as well. And it's worth noting that sun, moon, and rising signs are interesting to look at, because the sun, moon, and rising sign gives you different aspects of yourself and your journey. Now, of course, these readings are quite long, so obviously choose which sign you want to connect to the most. A lot of people in the comments box below have been asking. So the sun signs are all about the way you move throughout the world, your sense of self, okay, and what you stand for. And then the moon signs are all about the emotional side of you, that deep hidden world within, your sense of everything that goes on beneath that perhaps you don't share with everybody. And so if you're, for example, if you're about to go and date somebody, you might want to find out their moon sign, all the stuff that is not readily seen right now. Of course, check the sun sign as well, but the rising sign also is your approach to various circumstances or occurrences in your life, how you deal with it. So it's like your temperament, how you approach these circumstances. So it's worth watching sun, moon, and rising to get a broad view, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, connect to the thing that really connects to you. Now, the first card here is the World card. So you are so done with 2022. You're entering a new phase and a new cycle that brings a lot more benevolence. This is the start of the year. Now, this is you closing off any projects that perhaps that you've got lingering, you're tying up loose ends, because I feel like you're really wanting to start this new year on a fresh new foot, shall we say, a fresh new footing. This is going to be a very benevolent year for you, because you're starting with the World card, which is all about an intention for success. You contemplating your next moves and celebrating the little things in life that brings the bigger ones into perspective. So I feel like you are, this is a card of balance. All the elements are in play there. And that's so important for my beautiful Librans out there, because balance is the key to your inner world, shall we say, your equilibrium. You've got air, fire, earth, and water. So I feel like you're ready to take on the world right from January. Now, the World card is all about being in the right place at the right moment, at the right time, to meet the right people. So I feel you're going to have a lot of synchronicities this year. I also feel that you're going to have very many fortuitous moments. I mean, some of you may even get a bonus that perhaps you thought would come in 2022 that did not. You may actually have that delivered in the month of January, because this is a very fruitful month for you. This is a very successful month for you. And I'm going to get some details regarding this card. Some of you may be thinking or contemplating a move, and you may be trying to restructure or plan it for the year. Now, this could be a move in terms of your career. It could be like a big travel, a big holiday, big vacation that you've been thinking about for a while. I feel like you will take some quick trips, but I feel like there's one big vacation that perhaps you're planning, or you're thinking about taking, or even you're actually physically taking in January. And some of you may even think about relocating across the world or emigrating. There's definitely this sense of some of you may be thinking about getting a home or property abroad. Maybe this is something that perhaps that you are trying to achieve for some time. I feel 2023 is a real year where you make this happen. Okay. Now, I've been saying to the other signs, whenever I'm clarifying a month, we tend to get the cards either side that have shown up, because it indicates that time is fluid and energy is merging into one. And the Sun card is happening for you in February, okay? So the Sun card is clarifying also the World card. So whatever it is successful. This is going to be a very successful month of you connecting to projects, feeling really proud of yourself. Things are starting to blossom and bloom for you. Also, I feel like you're going to have lots of major revelations about the pathway ahead. You're going to be doing a lot of planning and restructuring for the future. I mean, you've got the Emperor card here, which is about you mixing things up and creating a plan for the future, strategizing. So January is really all about seeing the way ahead, being clear about what you want, and being positive and optimistic about knowing that you will accomplish it. It's so important to define success. There is wanting to be successful and knowing you will be successful, okay? Now, the two are very closely linked together, but one takes a little bit longer than the other, because one can allow doubt to creep in. When you want to be successful, that's when doubt can creep in. When you know you will be successful, it means you will believe in yourself no matter what, that it shall be so. It shall be, you shall be successful, and nothing or nobody will get in your way. Of course, you're not going to step over people to get to where you want to go, but you set an intention and you believe it will happen. You know it will happen, okay? And you've got the Emperor here, which is, you know, the Emperor has the crown on his head there, and the crown represents to know. It's the crown chakra, to know you will be successful. So I feel like you're looking to your visions for the future and knowing that you will put everything in place that is necessary to make sure that things will happen for you, okay? Also, there may be a moment in January where you come across somebody who tries to either pull rank or tries to control you in some way, or tries to take responsibility for an idea, or take credit rather for an idea that you have. But I feel like you approach this situation by being really positive, and you don't allow this person to push your buttons, shall we say. This person will get bored of and it's almost like they'll move on to somebody else. That's what I'm picking up. I'm going to go one more on that. But you've got two major arcana cards here to represent January for you. So January is a very pinnacle month. It sets the precedence for the rest of the year. It's so positive. There's a lot of success. I definitely see you moving into a position of power. Some of you may even get a bonus or raise in the month of January. It may even be a new job. Some of you may launch a new career or become an entrepreneur. But I definitely see a position of status, or a position of you being in control of everything. You're getting really organized in the month of January, okay? And as I said, it filters out throughout the rest of the year. Two of Swords, okay. Yeah, the Two of Swords energy is like you're trying to eradicate stagnancy, and some of you may be having a lot of options and having to choose from certain things, like certain... It's like you have some choices and you're trying to use your intuition to really discover which path you want to take. The Two of Swords tends to mean you're about to discover new lands, and you're trying to use your intuition and not use your eyes. You're trying to use your heart and your soul, your other instincts, to guide you to the right answers, okay? So I feel if there's been anything stagnant in your life, or you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut in some area of your life, it could be love, it could be in terms of travel, it could be career, it could be friendships, or you're just feeling a little bit unmotivated, or just kind of, I feel like you're trying to override an energy of, well, it's a new year. What's going to be different about the new year? It's just the same old thing, just different day. Just because we're calling it a new year, how is it going to be different? So I feel like you're trying to override that feeling and still try to be positive. Anything that you are trying to get clarity on, you will have major revelations in January, and it will really help you see your path. It will become clear for you. And I feel there's a lot of freedom as well there. But I see a lot of reward occurring in January for you. For those of you who are retired, I definitely see some of you really trying to pinpoint countries that perhaps you've always wanted to travel to, being really conservative with your finances to make it work for you. And I feel this is a fresh new start for you to do anything you want to do, whether it's pick up a new hobby, whether it is to be extra creative, because I'm seeing how talented and how gifted you are. But this year is mainly about you questioning your path and making sure that you're only connecting to things that resonate with your soul. Of course, money is important. And whether you're retired or not, you're going to be focused financially on things. I feel like you're looking at trying to live a life of plenty with what you've got. And by that, I mean you're being very conservative about how you spend. I mean, the Emperor came up there, so that indicates you're going to be very tight with your budget. You may be tightening your purse strings this year, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get out there and have fun. You're going to find opportunities to have fun for free, or events for free, or you're going to find really good deals in order to use your money wisely. I see you not wasting anything. I see you not living a life of excess, but I also see you getting really great deals in order to enjoy yourself and bring a lot more fun into your life. Now, February, we have the Sun card. So relationships blossoming, friendships blossoming. It's going to be a time of feeling like there's a spring in your step where you just feel like life is good again. It just feels, there's a warmth about things. And something that you saw in a moment of clarity in January actually helps you build something very stable in the month of February. The Sun card is all about the sense of self as well. So I feel like you're being really good to yourself. And whilst in January, I mean, collectively, humanity tends to really set new intentions, better exercise routines, better health care, better sleep patterns, promising to eradicate negative foods or, just things that are not good for you. There is a setting of intentions. And I feel like in February, you really feel the benefits of that, where you just feel better about yourself. Now, whatever it is that is coming to some sort of conclusion or ending, and you're opening yourself up to a new phase in January, you see a positive outcome of it. So if you start to launch something new in January, like a new career or a new hobby or a new opportunity or just a new way of living, you're making some lifestyle changes, you will see the benefits in February, and you're just going to feel really good with yourself. I see you building something really positive. The Sun card is all about being in a very powerful position, okay, and happiness. There may be a lot of celebrations in the month of February as well, some wins. I feel like it's an opportunity to celebrate. These two cards are very fruitful, so it's a brilliant start to the year for you. I feel like you're going to be very busy, very productive in the months of January and February. Around about March time, I feel like it's a bit of a slow burn month where you recharge your batteries in order to, find alternative ways of doing things. We got a tower there. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to see? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay. So what we've got here is we've got the Tower card and we've got the Five of Swords. We've also got the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. And this is clarifying February. So I feel like you have been through a very difficult time, and there may have been something that really shocked you that you've been healing from. I feel like the Sun card is about finding that light and that positivity again after being in a cycle of deep self-reflection and going through like the shadow self, the shadow side. But what I do see is that you're very productive, and I also get this sense of you're going to be very busy, and I feel like you're trying to be as positive as possible. It's like you're holding it all together, okay? Putting a smile on it, shall we say. I don't feel like it's going to be negative energy at all. I feel like you're liberating yourself from experiences that have made you feel stuck, because the Tower card is literally, like prison type energy. If you feel like you've been going round and round in circles on something, or there's been a pattern that has been playing out in your life, the Tower represents a liberation from that. Normally the two figures leap out of the Tower and take a leap of faith, because it's better to do that than to stay where you are, because you'll remain stagnant. And when the universe has given so many signs to change and we ignore those changes, that's when the universe comes along and then sets the Tower on fire as well, just to make it so uncomfortable. So we must make a decision to move. So some of these changes, I feel like you are, liberating yourself from sadness, pain, upset, and you're blossoming despite these difficult circumstances. As you can see, Five of Swords there is a card of perhaps analysis paralysis, overthinking, liberating yourself from overthinking so you can free your mind and help yourself bloom and blossom, because you have such a powerful mind. Humans in general, we don't use half the power of the mind that we have. We are gifted. We can change our circumstances beyond our imagination. And, the greatest minds of our time I've always said, match the frequency with what it is that you want. Use the power of the mind. The law of attraction is real. We are all energy. So it's important to realize that if we are catastrophizing or worried or in a state of fear due to, sometimes, you look at all the news articles, and of course there's lots of like very difficult and uncomfortable circumstances going on around the world. And it's so upsetting. There's been many times I've just, cried and cried and cried because you just pick up the energy and you feel for humanity. You feel for the people who are innocent bystanders in all of this craziness. And you want to reach out and you want to do something. And, it's overwhelming. And many, many years ago, I met an incredible mentor, and they said, how are you going to change this from your position if you are, emoting and crying and, I get it, you're empathizing and you're sympathizing with the situation, but how are you changing? Because, I do a lot of charity work. I mean, everybody does their own charitable stuff. I'm not here to virtual signal or anything like that. My point being is, he said to me, you can't do anything from your position of pain or your position of empathy. What you can do is raise your vibrations and try to affect other people with your vibrations, so that everybody becomes a little bit more positive. We raise the vibrations and it will start to infiltrate. Now, the more positive I've been in my life, I can only speak from my perspective because, this is the journey I walk. I do not walk your journey. I can only try to empathize. I cannot walk in your shoes. But what I have found for myself is that more pleasant, positive experiences and success have come my way because I have overruled that doubt, that negativity, and I've said, no, you don't get the power to infiltrate or change my frequency. I will remain who I am. Even when I've had some horrible experiences where I lost my home, I lost my job and I lost a relationship pretty much within a couple of months of each other. And, I was being taught a real lesson in loss there. I picked myself up eventually and was like, no, I'm not letting this change who I am. I'm not going to become bitter because of my experiences. I'm going to just get up and I'm going to thank the universe that I'm still here to fight the next day. And then suddenly things just started happening for me in the most positive of ways. So I feel it's important in the month of February for you to really think about your thoughts and what you connect to that have the power to derail you or bring you off your course. Okay, I really feel you're walking away from this. It's not affecting you, whatever this is. The Eight of Cups says you're just walking away from any drama, or because you're maturing and you're blossoming. Eight of Cups tends to mean, that you're on a real journey of discovery to release any of these difficult circumstances, and you're using your intuition. You're deepening your connection to source, and you're using your intuition to safeguard yourself against any negative experiences. Okay, now the Tower card, I'm going to pull a quick card on that separately. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful the Justice card in the reverse? Okay, so now, as I said, there may be some sort of power play that maybe extends from January into February. Maybe someone is a little bit unkind or is trying to take credit for your work, or there's some sort of experience in February that perhaps surprises you because of someone's character. It could be even that you tell someone a secret and they expose your secret because, of course, we do have Pluto, making waves this year. It can be that someone, there is indiscretion, shall we say, or someone breaches a confidentiality. Could also be that someone does, something plain wrong for you, and you walk away from this. It's like you cut this person out. You realize this person does not support. It could be a boss, doesn't have to be a friend. It could be a boss or someone you work with, or it could even be, that someone's kept a secret and you feel a little bit betrayed by this person. And I get this sense that it doesn't affect you. Okay, Three of Cups is like, it's upsetting. But you realize that this person no longer has a place in your community or in your setting, and you cut this person out. The Fool card says, fresh new start, you're leaving it behind. You're releasing this person, and it almost makes you feel glad that you've become aware of the situation so that it no longer has the power to connect to you in any shape or form. Sometimes because they're showing me right now someone that I know who wished me unwell, even though they were a friend, because they were unhappy with their own life. And, you know, every time something really well went for me, they would be like, oh yeah, that's great. But it never showed on their face. And, you know, I always got that sense of, there was that undercurrent of, oh, it went well for you, did it? Well, great, good on you. And, you know, I never made any judgment. And then I started to notice that as soon as something would go really badly for me, they were like in their element. And this person was a friend that I did everything for. Whenever they needed something, I was always there. And they were like, you know, when something went badly for me, they were like, oh, that's such a shame, but they loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, but I'm feeling this energy and I did go to a seer myself. And as soon as I went to this seer, I said nothing about myself, and I was recommended this person. And as soon as I went in there, she said, there is someone in your circle who wishes you unwell. And she describes my person and gave me the name eventually of the person. I was like, OMG, you know what? And I just slowly phased myself out of that person's energy and their company, and life got infinitely better. Okay, because then I stopped telling this person what I was up to. I stopped. And from that point, things got a lot better. So I just want you to be aware of that, because I feel it could be something that you will deal with in the month of, I feel it's a cusp really from January into February. So just watch out for that. It bears no major purpose on your life, but I feel it's something that may disappoint you in some way, okay? Or may make you feel a little bit off balance because you're surprised with this person's behavior. But overall, I feel like there's some wonderful surprises, because the Tower represents a surprise, and it may give you a set of options that makes you feel a little bit nervous. Eight of Cups is like walking away from something. So some of you may be having deciding to have a new start in terms of your job, career, around about end of January, February time. You may open yourself up to a new opportunity that actually makes you feel quite excited, but also sometimes when things are new and thrilling, they can also feel really daunting, but it really works for you, okay? Now, we also have the Hangman energy. Now, this is March, and this is a pause, but it's a pause in order to get new perspective. So that Hangman energy is an opportunity to really recharge your batteries and flip your perspective on new things. I get this energy here of letting go, being at a new vantage point that leads to new knowledge, but also to new understanding. It's like a spiritual lesson, the one I've just talked about, you know, like in friendship, a spiritual lesson where you put yourself first and value yourself above anybody else's negative energy. Now, with the Hanged Human, I actually see that you're in a really good position, okay, really good position this year. With the Hanged Human, I also get this energy of any opportunities that are meant for you will never pass you by. And I feel like you realize this. Okay, I see you being in a lot more control by March of this year, well, 2023, shall we say. And yeah, look at that. I see you being in control as we get the Emperor, okay, being control. We got the King of Pentacles here as well, which is a financial reward. It could also be a position of power or stepping up into a leadership position with more responsibility. And the Nine of Cups signals a wish coming true, a wish being delivered. So a lot of exciting energy about you around about this time. The Emperor is like it's almost like your plans are in motion and they are working. So if, for example, you're walking away from a toxic work environment or a toxic situation, you're investing in yourself and you're being rewarded heavily for it as well. Now, in terms of career, this is business month, okay? So you may see yourself really squirreling yourself away to focus on your, your career, and you're bringing major success into your life as well as attracting more wealth, okay? This may be you being very practical about your spending habits. It's an energy of you being smart, that all your hard work is paying off and you're making good business decisions or good financial decisions that will help you in the future, because the Emperor card is always looking forward to the future. Also, I see a lot of respect. People respecting you, appreciating you for the gifts that you've got or the talents that you have. And And with the King of Pentacles, this is really about you being very affluent or attracting material gain, but not just holding it to yourself. It could be something that you share amongst your family, or it benefits your family in some way, or you may find that you've got a little bit extra money and you feel more charitable and you help perhaps someone that you come into contact with, or a charitable organization that you feel compelled to give back. Because I feel like there's this giving back energy about you in this month. The Nine of Cups indicates satisfaction, being proud of yourself, and a lot of well-being and pleasure. So I feel you're fulfilling yourself in this month, and wishes are coming true. This is a card of the good life, okay? This is a card of things being in harmony and joy, but you almost the power of your mind, becoming so aware of the power of your mind to attract good things and good opportunities, good wealth, okay? Now, it's like dreams coming true, okay? There's something here in March that pops up for you that you only dreamed of, and it becomes a reality on the physical plane, because the King of Pentacles is all about your plans, okay? And the Emperor is about being in control of your plans, and the Nine of Cups indicates that your plans become a reality, okay? So I really feel March is a month of you sitting back and realizing that you've done this, and you've been very successful. If you're retired, I get this sense of you, again, being very strict with your finances. There may be some paperwork to deal with in this month. There's going to be some administrative tasks or things about the home space that perhaps you need to adhere to. They work out in your favor. Some of you, I see you having a really keen eye on color schemes and things that work in and around the home. So I see some DIY going on in and around about March. It could be like that spring clean energy that's coming through, where you reorganize, reshuffle, really kind of feel that you want to revamp things, and you just bring a lot more mental peace into your life as well. Now, also, I get this sense of some of you thinking about setting up your own streams of income, or, becoming an entrepreneur. Some of you may use your talent and your business skills to create either a second stream of income, or some sort of, it could be a creative endeavor that you use, and it starts to really pay off. It could be something that you've already started in 2022 as well, or just before. And I get this sense that it's going to be very lucrative. It's going to start building in finances. Now, of course, it's not all about finances, but I feel that money is important. We all need to pay the bills and put ourselves in a secure position. And I feel like you are being very clever and savvy to do that. I feel like there's a sense of preparation mode for you as well. Now, March is a very productive month, and I feel that's why you are squirreling yourself away to focus on that, because I see a lot more, paperwork, as I said, contracts, administrative work, things like that, that you will adhere to. I would pay close attention to any mail that comes for you in March, because I feel like there could be something that comes, a hard copy in the mail, that's important for you to look at, okay? It's something that you really are hoping for, and it may be something you have to sign, is what I'm seeing, because they've shown me someone signing something right now. It doesn't have to be a contract, but it may require your attention to sign for it. So for example, if you've got some sort of say if you've got a subscription of something, right? And they're like, hey, would you like to renew your subscription or not? And you ignore it, I feel like they automatically take the money, and then you're surprised or shocked. You're like, oh, so you may need to sign or write back to them and say, hey, thanks so much for your subscription. I loved it, but not this year. I'm being a little bit more careful with my finances. Or you may want to, extend the subscription, but if you tick a certain box and sign off on it, you may get a better deal, rather than letting it just tick over. So there's something about needing your signature. It's important in March. So just pay close attention to that. Now we're moving into April, and we got the Lover's card. Now at grassroots, the Lover's card is about being in a cycle of the law of attraction. Your heart vibing at a certain frequency and you attracting what your heart desires, okay? So this is a very positive time for you. The law of attraction is very strong for you in April. So thoughts become things. It's so important for you to have a positive mindset as much as possible. I mean, all humans, we have moments of doubt, fear, anxiety. What if it doesn't go right? What if it goes wrong? What if I fail? fail, all those things. We all have that. Even the greatest minds, or the greatest that we see who are famous, for example, who've got to the top of their game, masters of their craft, they all experience an element of anxiety of, what if this all goes away tomorrow? What if this doesn't go right, you know? So it's important to realize that collectively we have similar hopes and fears. They may not be exactly the same, but they are similar frequencies. And I feel this is about you believing in yourself and receiving what you truly deserve and desire. Now, the Lover's card also is a card of choice. It used to be called the choice card. So I'm going to pull a card and see what these choices are for you, because I feel like there's some major options available to you in April that you will be guided by your heart to take. Okay. Now, some of you, there is a real potential if you're looking for love. I feel like you're being a new version of yourself this year. You're being positive. You are being the best version of yourself, or trying to be. And I get this sense of, even though you may have waited for love if you're single, I get this sense that you will meet a soulmate, or have the potential to meet someone and settle into a relationship around about April time. Now, this could be someone that you meet earlier in the year, but you put a label on it, like we're in a couple now. That I feel like settling down, or finding that you have a common ground, or a decision to make this person a life partner happens in April. Okay, so let me just clarify this. Now, as I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing 3 rings, 3 golden rings. 7 of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Now, 3 golden rings. Okay, I'm going to clarify. We got 2 people here. We got the Empress and we got the Queen of Wands. I just want to see if this is like you and a friend going out, being your wonderful selves, being magnetic, having a lot of attraction, attracting a lot of opportunities, because I get a sense that this is different aspects of yourself. Because some of you, there may be this like energy about you that you are maturing, you're getting older, and you may be wondering, are you still attractive? The answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely. Don't doubt yourself at all. The Empress card and the Queen of Wands are the most attractive cards in the deck. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. It's about how you feel inside. I just want you to be aware of that, okay? And although you've gone through difficult periods, and you're not giving up on love is what I see. Some of you, if you're already in a relationship, I get this sense of you thinking about, well, I'm getting a couple of energies actually. Thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. I'm getting this sense of you finding that spark within the relationship and things starting to blossom again. It may have been difficult. There may have been some frustrations within your relationship if you're in a relationship, but I feel you're not giving up on it. I feel like there's definitely a sense of renewed passion, and some of you actually taking trips away to the countryside, maybe even being a little bit more creative in terms of intimacy as well. I definitely see that coming through as too. Now, I am getting, and this is not going to resonate for everyone, but I must mention it because it's coming up. Some of you, if you cannot have children, you may find a surrogate. There may be a surrogate, or there may be IVF or something like that that really takes off from April from you for you. So I definitely see something like that happening there in and around April. So as I said, that may not resonate for everyone, but I'm just picking up on that energy, so I must mention it. 5 of Wands and the Empress card. Okay, so they're indicating like the inner battle of not finding yourself and not being confident within your own self. They're indicating that April sees you being super confident, overriding those inner feelings or those inner conflicts, okay? Now, it's like, I'm going to go one more. Thanks so much for it, guys, because it's interesting that the Empress is showing up again. The 10 of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords tends to be about an ending, so I feel like it's an end to... it's an end to feelings of low self-worth, okay? Because the 5 of Wands is all about conflict or being in training, okay? And when I get this card, when it comes to people worried about their aesthetics, and Libra, I don't feel like you're worried aesthetically about things, but I feel sometimes it creeps up. You know, especially if you're looking for love, it can be like, oh, well, maybe I'm too old to find love. I don't care how old you are, whether you're 95, 103, or whether you're 22 or 19. If you're in the state of law of attraction and you're believing that love will be delivered to you, then it shall be so, okay? It's so important, the power of the mind. But whenever I get the Five of Wands and the Empress card, it can represent that as you get older, you're actually getting more attractive and more distinguished is the word that they're giving me. And they want you to be aware that don't allow yourself to let those doubts creep in, okay? Also, the Empress card in this position can be, it's sort of underlining what I felt just a moment ago, which is someone who cannot have children and has been really conflicted and has not given up on the process of wanting to either adopt or do IVF or perhaps get a surrogate. I get this sense of it happening for you, okay? You will find a way. I feel like it's the end to the difficulty of that process. Use your intuition, and the Moon card is like dreams coming to light or things surfacing that help you in your waking day to overcome any difficult experiences, okay? Because the Moon card, as you can see, it's like finding a path over the difficulty. There's a pathway found right through that mountain. So I feel, you know, you are going to find a way through those difficult emotions and through those difficult experiences, and you're going to thrive and survive. Now, I just wanted to find out if it was two people, and the Empress card in the reverse tells me that it's actually different aspects of yourself, okay? It's like there's no second person, it's just you we're dealing with here. The Seven of Wands is a card of you being able to go the distance, to be able to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do, no matter how difficult it may appear at first. The Seven of Wands also is a card of self-confidence, opinionated, being opinionated, being inspired to speak your voice and bring your passions to term, to bring them to the reality, shall we say. I do feel the Seven of Wands indicates, some of you, especially if you're retired, some of you may be reflecting in this month on past experiences that have been very, very difficult. And you may decide to, open yourself up. It's like a cathartic experience where some of you may decide to write or expose some of the experiences, write about or expose or even film some of the experiences, maybe a screenplay, that you've had in your life that have been difficult in order to help other people. But it's rewarding for yourself, but I feel like it also affects other people, okay, is what I'm picking up here as well. The Seven of Wands, though, this could be a month, for example, if you are into sharing your experiences with other people, for example, this would be a prime month to get a publisher or someone who will help you get your voice or your work out there. There could be an ally who wants to help you shine your wonderful light. So look out for that too. Queen of Wands is a card of magnetism, you attracting a lot of opportunity. As you can see, there's loads of bees there, and also the peacock feather skirt indicates, shine your wonderful light, allow your talents to speak for themselves. You're gifted and your passion is your power. Also, you will be in the law of attraction. This is a card, again, that indicates whatever you are attracting at this time, it will make you happy. The Queen of Wands also can be about creative alliances. So I feel like if you're getting out there, having fun, coming out of a comfort zone, you will meet people who will become your friends for life, okay? Could also be people that vibe creatively with you, that helps you, put you in a position of power, in a position of respect. Now you keep getting the Emperor card, and we've got the Empress card here as well. So again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. I feel that you can find a divine counterpart in this month if you're looking for love. But the Empress card is all about you nourishing yourself, being strong enough to, as you mature, you start to accept the parts of you that perhaps you did not accept before. So I get this sense of peace, and I feel like this is about your potential. There's so much potential for you. And this is a big month where you realize that you are going the distance. You're not giving up on something and you will be successful. Also, Empress card, I would say if you're not looking for love and you're quite happy single, there is a potential for a passionate encounter with someone that could lead to pregnancy if you're not taking precautions. So just watch out for that. But I see with the 7 of Wands there, this is a very positive energy of you not giving up on something. You know, I mean, 7 of Wands can also mean, you know, feeling a bit guarded at first. So when you meet someone at first, I feel like you may keep them at arm's length for a little bit, but don't give up on it. I feel like it's a rewarding relationship or rewarding experience. Yeah, it's kind of like keep fighting for what you believe in and you shall be successful. Keep going. Now, as we move into May, we've got the Temperance card, which is all about patience and balance. But most importantly, the Temperance card is about the infusion of all that you have to offer the world. It's like integration, okay? So it's about mixing up lovely, wonderful ingredients you have within yourself in order to create something really special. So this is a card of alchemy. So I feel with this card in this month, I feel something that perhaps you've been, you know, trying to mix up your world or not reschedule. I mean, I do see that you're being careful with your schedule this year, so you've got more time for you. But I get this infusion kind of energy with the Temperance card, a blending of ideas, of alchemy, of finding your purpose, of, you know, meaningful encounters and turning life lessons into spiritual gold, shall we say. I'm going to pull a quick card on that to see what's happening there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I definitely see you being very balanced and moderate in your eating habits as well. The Emperor, it keeps showing up. This is a very powerful year for you. You're in a really good position. You're being protective of your energies against any negative forces or experiences. The 7 of Wands, you're being really strong. 7 of Pentacles. You're really asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth your energy? Okay, so 7 of Pentacles is a month of being able to save as well. So I do feel like it may be a self-evaluation period. Another kind of pause month where you're really just wondering how things are developing for you. You're checking in with yourself. Now, also, there could be a lucrative deal that comes in this month. I'm just picking up on a deal here. I mean, it could be a deal with regards to your career, because the Emperor card really connects to ambition, success. So it could be a deal that is on the table for you that I feel like it could be a stable amount of money. But you may be asking whether it is worth it, worth your effort, because it may bring more responsibility than is reflected within the cash flow. Okay, so just watch out for that. I mean, for example, if you're starting a new job or opportunity at the beginning of the year, you may be offered something like a deal or a bonus, and it seems good on the surface, but you may be like, hang on a minute, you want me to do more work, more hours for less money? Yeah, I think I'll pass. I just get this energy happening there. And I feel like hold your ground. Be honest. Be authentic to your needs. Because sometimes establishments, especially if you work for an office or a company, they try to hold a power over you where they're like, you know what, you're going to do more. We're going to make redundancies across the board. We're going to give you more work. We're going to downsize, but we're going to give you all of the work of the people that we've just downsized. And we're going to give you a little fraction of the money that perhaps we were giving other people so that we can save. And they hold that power like, okay, well, if you don't take it, someone else can. But I feel in this circumstance, if you hold your ground and say, you know what, I feel like you could negotiate a better deal to get more money if you want to take on the responsibility to elevate within your career. And I feel like it will be met favorably. They'll see you as a powerful player, someone who, you know, values yourself. And I feel like they will try to make adjustments to make it work. They may come to like an intermediary. So for example, if you said, I'm just going to pull a number out of the air. If they said, oh, okay, so you're in this position and we'd like you to take on more responsibility and we'll pay you overall for the year $80,000. And you're like, no, I want $120,000. They'd be like, whoa, that's too far. And you're like, well, you just got rid of 3 people and you want me to do their job, you know, so let's really talk. They may go, okay, how about 90? And you go, how about 100. And then they're like, you know what, okay, we'll settle at 100. So I get there is some sort of negotiation period going on there, okay? And I'm just pulling these numbers out of the hat for you. But the Emperor card indicates you're in a more powerful position than you realize. So value yourself and keep going. Also, I see that there may be some governmental changes around about, I would say, yeah, May, June. Collectively, it seems to be May, June. There seems to be some either rules or regulations that come in that may affect the collective. Now, this could be like an increase in inflation, or, you know, the price of living keeps going up, things like that. I feel like this may affect, and you are, you know, I feel like you're really, really in a good position to weather a storm, but I feel you may tighten your purse strings round about this month and be a little bit more stricter with your spending habits because of these rules or regulations that get brought in. Okay, so I'm just picking up on that energy. Nobody likes to hear that, I know, but I gotta be real, and I gotta say the energy that I'm getting and tell you the truth of what I'm getting. I'm not gonna just make it all, you know, sweetness and light, because that's not life. Okay, so I am picking up on you know, rules from the establishment. That's what that card is. And it's like you're going to be strong, okay? And you're going to use your previous experience, but you're going to like, it's almost like you're going to be prepared or squirrel away your finances. Now, Seven of Pentacles is also about finding an alternative. So some of you may open yourself up to an alternative way or an alternative approach of the way that you work in order to make it more fruitful for you. If you're retired, I definitely get this sense of you not letting any setbacks get in your way of enjoying your retirement, okay? So I really feel, although there may be some rules and regulations that go on, I feel like for you, it may benefit in some way. That's what I'm picking up there. I mean, it may not benefit for the long term, but I get for a fraction of time, I feel it may be beneficial, okay? Now, as we move into June, we've got the Death card, major change, transformation. But the Death card is not to be feared. It is a card of rejuvenation, of revamping, of evolving, of learning how to change your circumstances in the most positive way. It often feels like sudden change, and it feels uncomfortable, but it actually brings positive transformation for your highest good. So I feel like, you know, we've got loads of flowers here, and I feel because you had the bouquet of flowers, this is a different deck, you know, and they're almost kind of very similar flowers here. So I feel like you managed to survive and thrive, and I feel like something that got cut short, because the Death card is representative of the scythe, cutting something short. Something that got cut short, I feel like you revisit it in this month, in particular in June, okay? Now this could be a hobby, it could be, you know, a new skill that you've picked up but then you dropped. It could be even a book. I mean, I'm going to pull a card and see what it is. It's something that is beneficial for you. So even if, for example, and I'm not here to advertise anything. If, for example, you started reading The Law of Attraction many years ago, what's it called, that book, The Secret, that's it. If you started reading that book years ago, suddenly you may discover it when you're cleaning up in the month of June, and you're like, oh gosh, I wondered where that book got to. You re-pick it up and it really helps you, okay? And you start to connect to that. So I'm just, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Swords. Okay, so now what I'm picking up here as well is, I mean, Wheel of Fortune indicates sudden events, a surprise that is so positive, and, you know, it helps with your destiny. I mean, if there was ever a card that connected to The Secret, it would be the Wheel of Fortune, okay? It would be like, you know, out of the blue, things working, or, you know, the power of destiny and fate intervening to bring you whatever it is you desire, the law of attraction, by following your heart, because it is about using your mind, divine timing, and the frequency of your heart to manifest whatever it is you desire. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is basically a cycle of change. okay, at grassroots. And the death card indicates whatever changes these are that you're making or that are occurring around you in this month, they are so positive, okay? As long as you follow your heart, you will realize it's almost like everything's slotting into place for you. You'll realize why some things were meant for you and some things passed you by. Because those things that passed you by or rejected you or did not go in your favor in past years, it's because they were not meant to be on your path. They would have hindered your path, and you're on your path to prosperity. So this month, expect lots of twists and turns, a lot of good luck, I would say, opportunities, lucky breaks, things like that. Suddenly things working out in your favor. You may feel like there's something that you're connecting to that may be a little bit risky or carries some sort of calculated risk. You know, if, for example, you're launching something new or something new is offered to you in this month, you may be like, I'm not sure about it. Trust your intuition, but also do your due diligence. I feel like it's so positive, okay? Now, Ace of Cups definitely means an offer is coming on in that you will love, okay? Now, this can also be a month of emotional care where you are starting to replenish your cup and, you know, quieten your mental activity to get a little bit of perspective on life and the changes that you need to make sure that you are, it's almost like, you know, if you've got a beautiful bush of roses and you need to deadhead some of those roses because they're starting to turn and, you know, you're making space for regeneration. So I feel this is what this month is all about for you. And I feel like it brings in new opportunities. And my guides just pointed at the butterflies and said, remember the butterflies. So butterflies are going to be so important for you. This is an offer coming on in. You will see like a multitude of butterflies in and around June. I feel just a little bit before as well, May, June time, that signifies some offer being given to you that you will absolutely love. This is an opportunity. Now, it could be an opportunity of love, okay? So, for example, if you're meeting somebody that's a soulmate, I feel like they do something so romantic for you that you're just like, this is definitely the one. I just know in my heart and my soul, okay? So I feel this is a real potential for you. I feel like you solidify being in a relationship or meeting your soulmate around about April time, but Ace of Cups is like, when you know, okay? And they do something really emotionally sensitive or really romantic for you. And intuitively, you just know that you're going to live your life with this person. But in terms of an offer, it could be, it could be an offer of friendship. Whenever you get this card kind of indicates the circumstances around you are really overflowing with goodness and emotional wealth. So it's like, hold on to this feeling that all will be well and it shall be so. But I definitely feel there's an offer that is coming through. It could be some really good news because we've got the Eight of Wands here as well. Eight of Wands tends to mean, you know, incredible news coming your way. You're in the flow and things reaching a climax. That, you know, will help you move in any direction that you want to, normally in the direction of going up. Also, I feel like this is a fast-paced month. The Death card, as I said, major change, cuts, sudden changes. I'm picking up really fast energy here. And umbrellas, they tend to represent protection. So I feel whatever changes come your way in this month, you are protected, redirected. Fate intervenes to bring you the best situation that life has to offer. So really positive energy. Now, I would say there's something with the Seven of Swords you may be keeping to yourself. Something that, you know, you're keeping to your chest. So it could be the launch of a new business or this new opportunity that comes in, because eggs represent new energy or new birth, regeneration energy, the start of something. Okay, eggs are the start of something. With the Death card, it's the end of something. So whatever this is, I feel like you're keeping it to yourself. Some of you, not all of you, but I'm picking up a small percentage of you, some of you may do that quiet quitting that's been going on in the news. You may slowly phase yourself out of a situation in order to get something new. So if you've been putting your resume out around about this time, you find a lucrative opportunity that makes your heart swell with joy. You're going to be so proud that you put yourself in this position. You may keep it to yourself, though, until the moment is right. Now, the Seven of Swords is, you know, typically perceived as a card of someone being unkind or betraying you in some way or keeping a secret, okay? But I feel like a secret comes to life or comes to light for for you. I feel like you become aware of the secret. So there may be a couple of things that get uncovered. Now, these could be secrets that have been like kept for many years. For example, you know, there may be some family secrets that are kept dormant that may raise this year because of Pluto's influence. So I know you're like, oh my gosh, that's a second secret or something coming to light. But Pluto is very active. So, and it can affect us in many different ways. So I'm just going to clarify this. I mean, you're getting the same cards. You see me shuffle. Your guides give you the exact cards that they want you to be aware of. The Death card is like change. Okay, so I get this sense that you are doing something that you're keeping to yourself, a major change that will infiltrate the rest of your life. It's a lifestyle change. But whatever the secret is, it may change you. Okay, it may change you. We've got the Seven of Wands. It's in the reverse. Now, the Seven of Wands, when you get this in reverse, it can be a card of walking out or going, no, I can't, no, don't want to listen to this, don't want to face it. So, but I feel it actually holds some sort of key or reward to knowing this situation. I feel with the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, it could be that someone is harboring feelings for you because we've got Ace of Cups here. It can be that someone close to you is harboring a feeling for you and lets it out. And you're like, no, this crosses a boundary or something that will change a relationship. I feel in the end, it does have a positive note. It ends on a positive note, okay? So it can deepen a friendship, but at least you know where you're at. Knight of Pentacles, it could be a new job offer. As I said, that quiet quitting energy where you find there's like an even better deal than you've experienced before. So for example, if some of you are, you know, even if you're not working, you're retired, but you're connecting to writing or doing something creative and you find a publisher at the beginning of the year, you may actually find like someone with better connections throughout the rest of the year, and you connect to that instead, because I feel like you're putting your own needs first, not in a selfish way, but I feel like it's about who you vibe with and who you're on the right path with. But there's definitely an offer coming on in. I feel like financially there's more money available. Also with the Knight of Pentacles, I would say don't overthink this situation, whatever this change is, because it can lead to analysis paralysis. I feel you're prepared for this, whatever this is, this change. And I feel like it is actually beneficial, okay? It could bring more money, more understanding, but you may want to walk away from someone who, there's like an expose. I mean, it could even be like a world expose where you're like, nope, I can't deal with that, cannot deal with that. And then I feel like you're in a really good position to go, you know what, whatever is going to be is going to be. And I feel you find a positive way around it, okay? Because that Wheel of Fortune tells me it's beneficial for you. It's a lucky break. Things work out better than you expect, okay? Now, as we move into July, we've got the Moon card. So this is about finding a path, self-reflection, and really checking in with yourself and your emotions to see if you are on your true north path, because the wolf represents Pathfinder energy. So this is a month of deep self-reflection. Also, you may be a little bit more sensitive this month. I feel you're really in the flow of your emotions, but also some of you may develop spiritual gifts, because this is a card of connecting to your intuition. So I feel like with the Moon card in this position, I feel it's almost like it connects to June, because the Moon can also be about hidden truths coming to light. So I just get this sense that you may be still processing what happened in June, okay? And instinctively you bring things to a positive conclusion. The hidden comes to light with the Moon card. It could be a hidden opportunity that has been lying in the shadows. Suddenly you see you've got this creative gift that perhaps you've not been using. I really get this sense of it being helpful in some way to your prosperity path, to your true purpose, shall we say. Thank you so much for it, guys, guardian angels. Some of you may even go on a spiritual retreat in this month, or some sort of travel. You may have booked it earlier in the year, but I really get this sense of self-reflection. I mean, look at that. We've even got the Six of Cups there. which is a period of nostalgia or self-reflection, looking back, shall we say, thinking about the good times. It's important when you are in a period of self-reflection. When we've got a memory, it's nice to revisit it, but don't live in the past, because it will keep you stagnant. It stops you from living in the present moment and enjoying the present moment, and it stops you from manifesting for the future. So it's so important to reflect on the past as a learning tool, and, you know, remain in the present moment so that you can affect your future. But the Six of Cups is an indication at grassroots of the universe giving an offer. Okay, it tends to mean a gift, an offer, or a message from the universe that brings peace and happier times. Just picking up on this energy, one moment please. Okay, I'm getting two energies really. One is you will get something for free in this month. Okay, it could be like, this has been coming up a lot recently for some of the signs, but in this month in particular, someone may gift you a coffee or a muffin, or, you know, may say, okay, if you bought a meal in a restaurant, they may be like, you know, it's on the house. Or it could be that someone pays it forward and pays for your shopping, or you get your gas for free, something like that. I get this sense of you getting something for free in the month of July. Okay. Also, if someone owes you money, this is the month where there is more potential for you to get that back, or at least get some sort of repayments back for that as well. Also with the Six of Cups, I feel like this is reunion time. So you may get an invitation to reunite with people that you haven't seen for a while, or maybe there's an event, a college reunion or something like that, that will take place over this period that you'll connect to. You're going to have such fun at this place. It's a good time connecting to people. This is a month of really going out, letting your hair down, having fun. If you've booked a vacation for this period, you're going to spend time with good quality people, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of celebration energy. There is something to celebrate in terms of your career here as well. It could be like there's like, I'm just seeing a garden party in the water right now. It could be a garden party or something that you're invited to that's connected to work. Or if you used to work and you're retired now, you may be invited to like to return to some sort of event that celebrates accomplishments. I just get this sense of reward, of nostalgia, but also something that you used to do or that you are doing. It's like, for example, if you have been in college or training, or you've been like studying for something, there's a real potential here of you getting a certificate or some sort of award or celebration to mark your accomplishments in this month. Okay, so I'm really getting a sense of everyone coming together and just you standing out from the crowd in some way. Even if you go to a reunion, I feel like you stand out from the crowd as being someone who really did well for yourself, and that you're branching out. Emperor keeps featuring heavily throughout your whole year. This means your plans are working. It means you're in a really powerful position, and you're being, again, I feel like you're flourishing. You are stepping into leadership positions. Some of you, as I said, may step up and set up your own business, and you're in control of that, and you're branching out. This could also be a strong month for you networking in terms of your career, if you have your career in full bloom or moving forward in this month. I just get this sense of you connecting to the right people, even if it's online. Okay, I feel like, you know, you could be building, getting more clients. There's definitely a leveling up there. Now, as we move into August, this is the Judgment card. So major choices in August for you. There may be some sort of fork in the road where you have to make a decision. And in order to do that, you may have to shed some baggage or shed things that perhaps have not been working. You may be reflecting. I mean, these 2 months tend to be a period of reflection for you, where you're self-evaluating how you've developed over the year. Now, this could be in terms of personal developments. It's like you're checking in, but it could also be in terms of career developments, where you're asking yourself, okay, am I at where I think I should be at? And if not, how can I approach it in a different way in order to make sure that I am back on track. So with the Judgment card, this is also a card of your purpose, your true purpose. So I feel that you are really reflecting on whether you're on that path, and I feel like you're being really honest with yourself. Also, the Judgment card is it's a card of purpose and prosperity, listening to your true calling and leaving your old life behind. So I'm just going to pull, I mean, it's no accident that you've got a card that is about leaving your old life behind. And then the next month, you've got the Fool card. So some of you may be relocating. Physically, it could be if you intend to move homes, for example, there may be a potential for you to do that. Or you may, get a home abroad if that's what you've been focusing on for the whole year. I feel like you're making it happen, and you're at that crux moment where you're like, okay, I'm about to do something big and something that will change my life. Am I sure I want to do this? And if the answer is yes, which I see it is, the Fool card says, right, let's launch it. Let's take that leap of faith. Let's do it. Let's open ourselves up to a new adventure. So let me just see what it is for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Empress card. Some of you, as I said, it may be something creative, maybe something like it's like a confirmation of you having a child, for example, if you've been struggling to have children. Could be, like after that 3-month period, then you kind of let people know you're out of the woods, kind of, as it were, and you kind of announce it to friends and family around about that month. But I feel something you've been working really hard on. Oh my gosh, this Emperor card. I may as well leave this Emperor card out for you, Librans, because it really shows me that you're in the flow this year of, knowing that these things will happen for you, and it shall be so. I mean, this symbol here is like branching out. Anything that you think of, you speak it to life. You envisage it. It happens for you. Also, Emperor and Empress, again, there's this sense of, you having perhaps a child together, or deciding to move in together, or settling down, really solidifying a relationship if you're looking for love. If you are already in a relationship, I feel you and your person, you're very clever about the way you approach a difficult circumstance or situation, and you celebrate the way you dealt with it, because 3 cups is to celebrate. Now, I know some people are like, 3 cups can mean a third party situation, but I don't read that energy in this card at the moment. This is like sharing your excitement with others. That's what I'm getting. Sharing your joy with others, getting out there and having fun. And the Moon card represents, the hidden coming to light. So it's like suddenly you find out a piece of good news, if you're not in a relationship where you could be giving that sort of good news, I get this energy of something that you've been working really hard towards achieving. You've been keeping it to yourself, remember? There's like this nugget of something that you've been doing differently or being independent, and suddenly you just announce it to everybody, and you're like, you know what, guys, girls, I've been doing this, and it really makes me happy, and it's going really well, and I'm just excited to share it with you all. That's what I'm getting there, okay? But just to pacify everybody's mind, I'm gonna pull a 3 of cards, a card on that 3 of cups. Yeah. So my guides I just wanted to clarify that 3 of cups just to make sure it's like not a third party situation, and my guides are solidifying that with the 3 of cups in the reverse. So you see me shuffle, my guides give the exact cards to the exact questions that I ask, okay? And the 3 of cups is like, no, there's no third party. This is more about celebration. This is about there being a big feast to celebrate something. So reward, and a decision that perhaps you want to gain clarity with. For some of you, maybe that you're thinking about moving away, or restructuring your life, moving homes, or trying to relocate across seas. Some of you may buy a property abroad, for example, and you may feel that it's a difficult process, but you find a way to do it and you share it with others. I get the sense some of you may even have a skill or a talent that you share with others, and it is very rewarding. But I feel you're on the right path. This is almost confirmation that you're on the right path, and you are reaching your destiny. Okay. Now, as we move into September, we have the Fool card. This is about taking that leap of faith. Also, it's a card of rediscovering your inner child, okay, having fun. It's so important because you keep getting the Emperor card, okay, which indicates you're very serious about your approach to what it is you want to accomplish. In the history of Tarot, there used to be, in the Emperor card, there used to be a fool in the background of the cards. It was a reminder that whilst you're being very serious about life and your accomplishments and everything you want to do, remember to have fun, okay? And I really feel like this month is you kicking back, relaxing, and having fun. Because when you are in the process of accomplishing things and you've got lots of goals and there's lots of successes and wins, and some things you win, sometimes you lose as well, it still feels like pressure. It still feels like you are measuring yourself about your journey. But when it comes to the Fool card, it's like release. It's like let your hair down, enjoy your path. And I feel there's going to be some cause and effect going on in the month of September. It could be something that you launch, but it could also be like you opening yourself up to a new adventure or a new way of living. But I definitely see it being fun, shall we say. Some of you may literally buy a pet in this month as well. I'm just picking up on, they're showing me, well, they're pointing at the cat. Cats represent independence, and of course it could be that you buy a cat in this month, but I feel it's broad in its sense. I feel like some of you may actually get a pet in the month of September, and you may just do it like intuitively. You're like, you know what, I really want a companion. So I get this sense of some of you wanting to maybe adopt a pet. Two of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, they want those two. We've got the Ten of Wands. We've also got the Three of Swords. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay, now this is not going to resonate for everyone. I just want to you to be clear. But those of you who are buying a pet, or adopting a pet, I see it being from a shelter, and this pet has had a really hard life, okay? And it is going to thrive with you, but it may take some time for it to trust you, is what I'm seeing, okay? Oh, I got true chills here because my guys just said this is for the pet. And it just breaks my heart. How can anyone be horrible to animals? I just can't understand it. I'm just feeling this energy right now. I'm trying really hard to be professional and push those feelings down because I don't want to be crying about it. But Two of Swords, I feel like this pet is very how can I? It's like they hide away. Okay, this is what I get. I get the sense that they sort of go into a corner and they don't want anyone to touch it. Ten of Wands. This pet has a lot of baggage. I feel it's had a very difficult life. And the Three of Swords, there's a lot of pain there. I mean, they may even have something perhaps wrong with it, that it may need medication or certain things like that. But I'm getting with the Three of Swords, it's had a real difficult life. Lots of, it cowers, shall I say. So I feel whoever owned it before, or whatever lifestyle it had before, somebody used to shout at it and make it feel a lot of fear. So I'm just picking up on that, but it will be so rewarding to live with you, and I feel your relationship your bond will be so strong with this pet. Okay, I don't know why that's coming out, but maybe because I just mentioned pets, but they're showing me that it will thrive and it will just have such a happy life with you. Okay, Libra, that's what I'm picking up there. But I want to just see with another deck if that's just for the pet or if these cards resonate with you as well. Okay, so they are indicating with some of the lifestyle changes that you are making in the month of September, you may find them difficult. You may even have moments of clarity, and you may find that it's a lot of hard work, but it will be rewarding, is what they're showing me. It's wishes being delivered, lifestyle changes, fast-paced energy, but it will be rewarding. So you may feel extra busy in this month. You will have a lot of fun, but you will feel extra busy. There may be a little bit of extra pressure with the Ten of Wands, because the Ten of Wands is such an important card. It means you're doing something really difficult and you're recognizing how strong you are because you're blossoming. Whenever there's a card that, if someone's healing, for example, from a hurt or an upset, the Ten of Wands is such an important card because it means, you're about to let go of the baggage. You're about to really make a breakthrough in some sort of healing process, and you're blooming, you're blossoming, okay? And I just get this sense that it has been difficult. It's almost like bent you over backwards there, but it will be rewarding. The Ace of Pentacles is like a real breakthrough that brings nourishment, reward, and I feel something that you've been perhaps struggling with throughout the year, because although there's really positive things coming, remember, there's ups and downs in life. That's just the way it is. And I feel like something that perhaps in September that really comes to a climax is healed, let go of. And I feel you move forward, you move past it. Okay, now this is a card of really exploring your options. It's a card of, it could be movement. Okay, I get this sense around about this time of the year you're going to move or travel somewhere, relocate perhaps even, but it's a goal, because the Knight of Swords indicates someone who has a goal that they want to accomplish, and they accomplish it now, like in the moment. They decide and it happens. And the Nine of Cups indicates it is a wish fulfilled. You're glad that this happened. You're glad that this all worked out, and you're going to feel happy and proud of yourself with the way that you deal with this situation, whatever it is. I mean, it could be that you're learning that words have power, okay? Because the Three of Swords, swords are all about communication. And this is a card that really helps you realize that words have the power to wound, but they also have the power to help a person grow. So it's about how do you use your words in the most effective way to express what you want, whilst at the same time not directly wounding another person, but letting them know that they cannot treat you in a certain way. It's about that verbal exchange between people that says, this is my boundary. Either honor it or leave and leave my life, or just move on. So I feel words have a lot of power, and I feel you're healing from something that has been very difficult. Now this could be something that was said right in January or February that we already covered, and suddenly I feel like you get an opportunity to show that person your success. Success is more the revenge rather than a counterbalance in words, is what I'm picking up here for this particular month. But it sets you free. Whatever this is, it sets you free. This Fool card indicates you are free from the baggage. You're free from any difficult experiences, and you're liberated, okay? So it is a very positive month, even though the circumstances that you're liberating yourself from may have been very, very difficult. Now, as we move into October, this is, of course, a lucky month. Wheel of Fortune. You're the second sign to get the Wheel of Fortune. Not every sign is getting luck this year of 2023, but you are going to receive a lot of benevolent energy. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, is a cycle of change, and it's occurred twice for you now in your reading. This is an indication that Jupiter is really sending you a lot of opportunity, reward, but I feel a lot of surprises. They're giving me the word serendipity for you in the month of October. So meeting the right people, being in the right places, and getting an opportunity to change your life for the better. You're on the up. Now, it's so interesting because they're showing me you got the skull, you got the bird, and you got the flowers. And they're indicating it's like it's all coming together. This is a totally different deck, the LENORMAND deck. Okay, this is a SARAFINA tarot, and it's just a series of major arcanas. And my guides are pointing out that on this Wheel of Fortune, you've got the rose, you've got the bird, and you've got the skull. And you got all those cards that popped up for you, okay, in the beginning part. So it's like everything is coming together. Have faith that divine timing is in order for you, okay? So they want you to be aware that things are coming full circle almost. The Sun, happiness. You know, normally I'd want to stop there, but I'm going to go on and get one more. Okay, Two of Cups. You've attracted something that you wanted. It's like there's a lot of positive energy here. Again, it's the law of attraction. Two of Cups, or the Lover's card, really connects at grassroots to the law of attraction, or an agreement with you and the universe to get what you want to make you happy. It's being delivered in the month of October. Very positive month for you. Also, it's about balance and reciprocity. A lot of friendships. There may be some sort of agreement or some sort of deal that really gets finalized or is in the flow. in the month of October that brings happiness and also brings clarity of mind, being able to see that you're on the right track. Two of Cups also indicates a bond between you and a person, or even people. It could even be a contract that out of the blue works in your favor. It could even be a clause in a contract that works in your favor as well. Now the Sun card is of course about success. It is about reward. It is about being happy, feeling that all is well in your world. So I would say that, September, October months, very, very powerful months for you in terms of feeling peace, that you're connecting to the right people, that you're in the right circumstances, the right places to meet the right people or situations. And I feel this is going to be the month in particular where you can sense that the universe has been governing you and bringing you to the right circumstances that have been meant for you. You're going to look back and see why other things didn't work out, but now you're going to see everything slotting into place. Okay, that's so important for you. Now, as we move into November, the Chariot card indicates some sort of travel. There could be this big vacation that perhaps you've been planning, but the Chariot card is about overcoming all of those obstacles to know your direction and move towards success and victory. This is also an important card to come off the back of the Wheel of Fortune, because the Chariot card actually has no reins on it. It is governed by fate and by willpower. So you are, the master or the mistress of your own destiny, and you're looking forward in the month of November, even past like 2023, you're looking forward into 2024 as to what you want to accomplish, okay? The Chariot card is movement, it is success, and it is a card of determination to move fearlessly. I feel there's different forces in action in this month, and Nine of Cups. This is such a good year for you, my beautiful Librans. Nine of Cups is wishes being delivered. You keep getting these cards, which are the Nine of Cups, the Sun card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. These are cards that keep popping up for you. And no matter how many times I shuffle, and even in a different deck, this tells you it is a very lucky year for you. This tells you that there is much reward. You've struggled to get to this position. You've done a lot of preparing in the years gone by. But this one is the one where everything starts to work in your favor. Things start to come to a head for you. And I feel like it's almost like you're asking for more wishes for the following year. Okay? And I feel like, you're setting yourself up for some really good times ahead, even though collectively, in terms of world events, there are a lot of twists and turns this year. I do feel like you've put yourself in a really good position to protect yourself and find a way towards prosperity and being on a path that really vibes with your soul. It's more about you being spiritually content than anything else. That's what I feel for you. Now, as you move into December, this is the Justice card. So this is about you, my beautiful Librans. You govern the Justice card. So this is all about you feeling like you're in your element, but you may make some adjustments as you move forward into the following year. The Justice card is all about karma. So I feel like you're going to look back on the year and you're going to readdress or balance or weigh up whether you feel like there's been good, bad, or indifferent times. And you're going to make adjustments, and you're going to take the things that have worked for you in the past. You're going to take those with you, and you're going to let everything else go. You're going to restructure your focus, shall we say. Also, the Justice card indicates you're going to be really honest with yourself and see the things that did work, the things that didn't. And I feel like you're going to make decisions that will affect your future, because this is another cause and effect card. Some of you, there may be some sort of contracts or legally binding documents that you'll deal with in this month. A lot of paperwork and administrative work. Some of you may even get your taxes in early, is what I'm seeing there. But that may not resonate for everyone. The Justice card is about truth, integrity, and you being responsible for your choices and your actions, and knowing that good karma is going to be distributed to you because you've been working so hard and navigating the year as you've moved forward. The Star. Healing, success, wish come true. This is a card of the stars aligning to put you in the position of your dreams and your goals. The Star energy also is a card of you gaining clarity of what you want to connect to next, okay? Also, I feel around about this month, I mean, there's someone with you, someone who has passed over is with you throughout the year, but they really, really make their presence known in December. This will be a physical thing. It could be you feeling their presence and knowing that they're around all the time, but then there is some sort of mark, or how can I put, like, for example, if you've got a picture of them that may fall over, or so that they're letting you know, hey, I'm here, okay? I just get the sense of someone who has walked before, who's in spirit, actually gives you confirmation of their presence. It may be even that you take a photo and there's all those orbs in the photo, you know, things like that. I feel like there's some sort of physical presence, okay? Whether you believe or not, there's going to be an occurrence where you feel someone, you know exactly who this person is, and they give you like some sort of physical confirmation that they are around you. Could even be that like you feel them and then you turn on the TV and then their name pops up on the TV. Of course, it'll be the name of like, you know, an actor, or it may be the name of a product, but it's something that's connected to them. And you're like, oh, that's so coincidental, but it's not a coincidence. So I'm going to leave it like that, okay? Now, Four of Wands is a card of celebration, being in good company. So again, a month of connecting to great situations, being in, you know, revelry with people that you care about. Some of you may even travel home to see family members during this month as well. But the star energy, I feel like, you know, you're getting these birds again. It's an energy of freedom, of, you know, great news, of time to celebrate, and, you know, being with important people in your life. And I feel that's what you're doing throughout the year. You're connecting to important people in your life and making sure that they're actually giving me two words, anti-stress, which I guess is a, you know, one word really when you, but it's anti-stress. So I feel like you are unwinding in this month and, you know, really thinking about your way ahead. Let me see if I've got anything more from the Four of Wands for you. Okay, yeah, I'm getting new creative plans. You know, you being a new phase of life where you want to connect to other hobbies or other opportunities. So again, it's like forward planning for 2024. Okay, getting clear on what you want and what wishes you want delivered in the year ahead after 2023. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, my beautiful Librans. I can't believe all those cards keep coming out the same for you all the time. I feel like it's all about happiness for you. You finding yourself in the flow of happiness. They want me to go one more, so I will. You finding yourself in the flow of happiness. Now, we've got Goose Inner Knowing. So again, remember what I was saying right at the beginning of this reading? It's about knowing, not just believing, but knowing that these things are going to occur for you, okay? And gooses, well, birds, they tend to take flight and they go where they're happy, of course. They tend to emigrate at times, so I do feel like there's a lot of travel for you. It says here even, you are a brave traveler. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So this is a really poignant message for you for this year in general. What was I saying about butterflies? I mean, your last card has got butterflies on it. So your guides are giving me, so the way things work for me is that, you know, I get a connection or energy to my guides who like extend their energy outwards to other guides. It's like this channel or network of energy, right? And water allows me to connect that to that energy, scrying. So I see different images, and I'm given filtered images of things that will affect you over the year. And butterflies, every time you see a butterfly over 2023, know that there is good news coming. Okay, there is something really good and benevolent and rewarding headed for you when you see butterflies. And as I said right at the beginning, butterflies are important for you, and there they are showing up on your last card of infinite possibilities, unicorn, infinite possibilities. And I'm not kidding you here, okay? They're not golden, but there's 3 circles. I saw 3 circles for you. It's like 3 golden rings. On that unicorn there, it looks like 1, 1, 2, 3. It looks like 3 circles. So symbolic, symbolic 3 circles or 3 rings. They may be something that you'll see over the year as well. I'm going to have to look up exactly what they mean. 3 circles or 3 rings. I hope I mentioned them. I saw them. I think I saw them around about this month here. I'm being drawn to this month. April is what I see, 3 rings. And 3 rings can mean past, present, future. They're giving me also can mean contracts with people or romantic interests. But it says here, you are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen world. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. And I do feel like 2023 is going to be a legendary year for you. You will not forget this year in a hurry, okay? So I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Okay, we have, look at that. I was drawn right to this month, and we've actually, I can't see, my finger has to be in there, and my finger is quite like sausage finger there. You can't really see what you're picking up, especially with these nails as well, that I still have to get off. You know, my friend got me these, sorry to digress, my friend got me these wonderful acrylic nails things, and you know, the festive period's been so busy, I just haven't had time to get them off, and they're just growing and growing and growing, and I just can't feel anything, and it really disturbs me. But anyway, I will get them off eventually. I do apologize if they look horrendous. But we've got this bicycle. And there's like a bicycle there. So I feel like you're in a cycle of change. I feel like you're moving forward. I get this sense that you are doing a lot of traveling this year, but I feel like you are on the move in terms of your goals and dreams as well. So cycle of change, so important. Yeah, I definitely see you going places and heading in the direction of your goals. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Librans. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.